Hi folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to fold this 3-piece origami modular hexahedron. This model does not take very long to make and is pretty easy to fold. You can even turn it into this cool little dangly ornament. Now before we start folding, let's talk for a moment about what makes this a hexahedron. By definition, a hexahedron is any polyhedron with 6 faces. There are many different types of regular and irregular hexahedra, but 2 of the most familiar types of hexahedra are the cube and the rectangular cuboid. Now, in the case of this particular origami model, it would be much more specific to call it a triangular bipyramid or a dipyramid, which makes total sense if you think about it. Imagine you have 2 3-sided pyramids, also known as tetrahedra, and then flip one of those tetrahedra upside down and adjoin the 2 bases, and voila, the triangular bipyramid or dipyramid. But for the sake of this video, we'll just keep referring to it as a hexahedron. I just think it sounds a lot cooler, a little more sci-fi, futuristic. Anyhow, back to the origami. To fold this model, you will need 3 square sheets of paper. This model does not have a color change, meaning that essentially only one side of the paper is showing in the finished product. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will be using kami, which is white on one side, to more easily differentiate from one side to the other. Stick around for the end of this video where I talk about some of the different papers I like to use with this model and some different ideas on how you could present it. Okay, the first thing I'm going to have you do is look at the back side of the paper, or in this case, if you're using kami, the white side of the paper. And our first step is to take the bottom corner and match it up to the top corner, fold the piece of paper in half. Next, open up the paper and flip it over for just a second so that you're looking at the mountain crease side, and we're going to make a pinch mark right in the middle. Just bring the bottom corner up to the top once again, but this time when you hold it in place, only crease in the center of the paper. When you let go, you see this valley indentation here, which if you flip over again to the white side of the paper, this pinch mark is very easy to see, and we can now use that landmark to bring the bottom corner up to meet that pinch mark right on the crease line. Next, close the model by refolding the very first crease we did in the first step, so that now you have the snow-capped mountain, or Mount Fuji, if you will. Next, flip the paper over onto the other side again, and position it so that it looks like an arrow pointing to the side, or kind of like a play button. Next, take the bottom corner and bring it up to meet the top corner. Once everything's aligned and everything's happy in the middle, crease all the way out to the side point. Open the paper up again to this triangle and rotate it so that it looks like a mountain, but this time without any snow on it. And to finish this up, we're going to take one side corner at a time, and it helps if you kind of anchor your finger down here at the middle so that you can bring that bottom corner up to the tip top of the mountain, fold, and then the other side corner up to the top of this shape, make a crease, and your unit is finished. We now have 2 tabs, which are flaps, which will, in the other units, fit into these 2 pockets that we have created on either side of this mountain crease. Now for the assembly. I find that it helps to line up your units in a row like this. You could almost think of them as 3 fish swimming in a straight line, one following the other. But in this case, the 3 fish are going to start circling around, almost chasing their tail. But here's how it really works. We're going to pick up one unit and then another, still both facing the same direction. And we're going to take the two tabs of the second unit, and while slightly engaging this mountain fold on the first unit, you can insert these two tabs into these two corresponding pockets. Now I'm not going to worry about pushing this too far in because I'm going to go ahead to the next unit. I rotate this, pick up the next unit, and once again, slide the tabs into the pockets. To finish this up here, when I flip this over, notice how one of the tabs on the first unit is starting to get stuck. So I'm going to free that tab, pull that out. Now we've got our two final tabs to insert into these two pockets. And once all the tabs are in the pockets, you can kind of gently push all three units together until they all fit snugly. And there you have it. Our triangular bipyramid, or hexahedron, or dipyramid. Now again, in this video we used Kami to fold our model, which works pretty well, but I have to say my favorite type of paper to use for this model is taunt. Additionally, you can experiment with cool patterned papers, and if you want to turn your model into an ornament, one thing you could do is, let me just open this up for a second here and show you. This is one of my favorite things to do when turning origami into an ornament. You get a little bell, you tie some monofilament or string to it, and then here with this model, if we just slightly open up, we can put the bell inside and close up the model. No glue required, and there you have it. Thanks so much for watching this video. And just remember that you can fold this out of so many different types of paper. And if you need to buy some, you could go online to origamishop.us to check out our wide selection of Kami and taunt and other patterned papers. This is our first of many tutorial videos. Please stay tuned for more, and we look forward to seeing you next time.